All right, greetings, greetings. Let me have your attention. Stop eating for a moment. Stop eating. Put the food down. I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute. Oh, you done froze the screen. Okay. Well, elder here in the community, I want to tell y'all you need to do some more study of who you are. Because a lot of y'all being really, really, really deceived. Just the idea of thinking you're equal to the made man. You created, how can you be equal to something made? Can't you look at the two men and see they're totally different? One is superior and one is inferior? Yeah, I said it because it's true. When you really study who you are, you will find out the brain size, or you have a larger brain. Your brain is 7 ounces. You original man, you have a 7 ounce brain. The made man has a 6 ounce brain, grafted brain. We have original material in our brain. The so-called black woman, her brain is 6.5 ounces. So that's why he honors her. He knows she is superior to him, and yet he's going to dishonor us. Both of them going to dishonor us, the largest brain. Of course, we got to be using it now. Just because we have a larger brain don't make us superior. It's the application of knowledge that defines who you are, not by what you know, but what you can do with what you have. So there's a lot of tricks that man has out there, gadgets, machines. That's for him. You don't need no gadget or machine. Nothing is greater than your brain power. And if you fall into the trap of using his machines, you know what you're going to do? You're going to destroy yourself and take yourself down to his level. That's the trick. You heard the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. What does that mean? Who want to be taught tricks anyway? Tricks are for kids. But what they're really saying is that when you're old and experienced, you cannot be tricked. Experience keeps away technology. You've seen it before. They can't get you. That's the value of being an old dog. So as an old dog, I'm trying to share this with y'all family, with y'all young folks. Stop following this man and his technology. You're destroying yourself when you do that. You're trying to make yourself on his level. His level is naturally below you. Why you want to be on his level? First off, your education system miseducates you, and I can listen to you 10 seconds, and I know he's infiltrated your mind. It doesn't take long. He's all up in your brain. You got to get him out. The only way you're going to do that is by independent study. Don't let no one guide you but your defined self. Your defined self will always teach you and tell you what you need to study. You just got to have the willpower to follow what's being told to you. You know, you and I know you've had a will, a want to do some study in a particular area, and you haven't yet done it yet. Because you have in a system But when you get through working on his plantation, you got a little time to yourself and your family. Then you got to go back. You got to break that system. You got to get out of that mold. Put that chicken down. I'm talking. Uh, Antoinette, if you're going to take your children out of here, if they're not minding, everybody else is quiet and they trying to sneak some chicken. I hold the parents responsible for what the children do. I hold the parents responsible for what the children do. So as you as parents, you're responsible for your children. Whatever state you find them in, it's your fault. You send them out to another community, to another mindset. They come home acting crazy, and then you want to give up on them. They grew up watching images other than themselves all their lives on TV, movies, native images of themselves. And you want to blame them when they get in trouble. You got to keep them away. You have to keep your children away from images that are destructive. I would say you shouldn't even have a TV in your house. Use of cell phones should be supervised. You should have a library, encyclopedias in your home. Everybody should be required to read the encyclopedias. That's what the knowledge is today. It's not on the internet. Well, let's say very little true knowledge is on the internet. They're trying to get rid of the old knowledge, the books. Now, let me ask you this. If someone read something in an encyclopedia, usually got more than one professional who did the research. And though it may be biased, it's still research. And you can root out the bias. That's not hard to do. But these people spend their lives researching. It has value. Or would you believe somebody on the internet that doesn't give you any source at all? Who are you going to believe? The internet is acting as reconstruction knowledge because they're getting rid of the books. My children were telling me the other day, I said, where your book? You want to study this? Where your books? We don't have books. What? You don't have books? It wasn't my children, somebody else's children. My children are all grown. You don't have books? How can you go home and study anything if you don't have books? They use the internet in the classroom. And the children do not have anything to go home and study. Now, if that's not miseducation, I don't know what is. We grew up, we had all these books we had to carry home, carry back to school every day. We were being educated. Yes, it's bias, but as you get older, you can fish out the bias. And we was miseducated in some things. Yes, we were very much miseducated. But the idea is that you learn how to think, how to use your brain. Just by reading books. You know, reading is a spiritual activity. Now they don't give you books to read. I'm sharing with y'all, get you libraries in your home. Have books for your children to read. Help them develop their brain power. So when someone talking about a frequency generator, you say, what? Don't you know your brain generates the highest frequency at will? You don't need no machine to generate nothing for you. I tried it. I got a machine and say, okay, let me see what this about. It said it help you sleep. I don't need no help sleeping, but I tried it and it kept me up. It drained me. I feel drained. I said, man, why would I use this? That's not for us. Well, it's not for me. The made man with the 6-ounce brain, he need everything he can to try to get to be like you. He need frequency generators. He need all that stuff. Plasma machines. He need all that stuff. You got your brain when you learn how to use it. You can change any frequency as will. So take it from an old dog who can't be tricked and do your own research. Well, that's all on this topic for now. I have another topic for you later. This is Rashid